how to make your ex want you back. They decided to end the relationship with you. In this video, I'm going to show you three things, three fundamental things and attitudes that you need to adopt if you want to get back with your ex. If you want to reverse the dynamic, they decided to end the relationship. We want to put you in a position where they decide to get back with you. Jingle.
IGetMyExBack.com. Everyone deserves a second chance.
So first, falling out of love, and these are the signs, these are the things that usually happens when people fall out of love. There's the lack of intimacy. You see that you have sex less often, you will not hold hands as much as before, no cuddle anymore. We keep secrets. We sometimes don't disclose things that we do. It's not about necessarily cheating, but you want to do something you don't necessarily say to your spouse. A lot of fights towards the end, but a lot of fights that don't have a resolution, where you don't go out of this fight thinking, okay, we had this problem and we fixed it and we can move forward. The experience of the relationship fatigue, which is something very common in most of the relationships. And the other one, which is probably also one of the things that you experience, is that your ex might be thinking, I'm changing and he's not, or she's not. And because I'm changing and they stay here, I'm not interested in pursuing the relationship. Does that sound familiar? Let me know in the comment section if you recognize yourself in those things. This is typical, and I would argue in any relationship, even people who are married will have this sort of phase. Relationship, marriage takes a lot of effort, and there will be lows. Because when you have kids and you're tired, for example, it's very hard to keep that intimacy alive. When you've been together for 10 or 20 years, yes, you'll experience relationship fatigue. When you're changing job, when you have a promotion, yes, you'll feel that you're changing and your partner might not be changing. So it's very common to come across those things, and I will explain you a few things that you could do. Actually, if you are in a relationship and also if you want to get back with an ex. First of all, can I make your ex falling back in love? No, I can't. And that's not my job. My job is different. My job is to really helping you realize your potential and align it with your objective. Align it with also your ex's objectives. Okay? You don't have to make your ex fall in love with you. The thing is, most, if not all of the cases, all the people I help, their ex, even though they made the decision to end the relationship, they still have feelings. Because your relationship was special. If you are not sure whether that's the case, I put together a quiz for you to know if you have any chance to get back with your ex. And in this test, I assess whether the relationship can be recovered, whether the relationship was special, and whether you haven't done too much damage during the breakup. So have a look. It's totally free. I put this quiz together so people have, I'm making those videos to share the knowledge for people to get more, to be more empowered in their decision. So I've made this test as well for you to learn more, to gain more clarity. So take 2 minutes of your time to take the test and have a look. It will give you also tips depending on the score that you get. If you have a high score, continue watching. If you have a low score, challenge yourself whether you should be getting back with that person or whether it's actually realistic that you do. If you want to get back with your ex, 3 things as I discussed in the intro: novelty, alignment, transformation. Let's start with the first one, novelty. That's essential to maintain a spark. We discussed about relationship fatigue. It's impossible to maintain a relationship because if you don't spark, if you don't create excitement, we are driven by, if I really make it like a very simplistic, very schematic thing, dopamine, oxytocin. Dopamine is really the molecule of excitement, of pleasure, of lust, okay? Which is, beginning relationship are really driven by this. And then you have oxytocin, which is like the molecule of happiness. It's just spending time as a family, cuddling your your kids, this is oxytocin, right? The problem is how you can manage those two things. At the beginning, you have no oxytocin, it's mostly dopamine driven. Throughout the relationship, it's mostly oxytocin, but you're lacking dopamine. And so after a long period of time, it's very difficult to, you might be thinking, I'm missing something out. We all need that excitement. We all need novelty. We all need to get excited. But the thing is, you are not together. So you can't bring that novelty anymore. And what they are doing by breaking up with you is to seek that novelty without you. The problem is when you interrupt this phase, when you are trying to invade their space, trying to be around when they want to travel, when they are forming new relationships, friendships, and you are trying to be around and trying to hang out with them. Being around will make it worse, will prevent them from experiencing that novelty. The idea is to get back at them at the right time. I'll explain how to do it in a minute. Second one is alignment. Take 2 minutes of your time to look at what has changed in your ex's life. Maybe it's the job, maybe it's the kids who left the house, maybe so many things that could change. And usually the change is a catalyst for things that weren't resolved. A catalyst helping them to see or enabling them to see, maybe the life I had with that person was not exactly what I wanted, was not exactly what I dreamed of. And now that I don't have this thing anymore, the weight of having kids or this job, or maybe have a new opportunity, they'll think that, the new life as a single person or with that new person will be better. So look at these things, look at the reasons you guys fought about, and write down the things that need to change. You need to align your lifestyle. You need to align your values if values have changed. You need to align what you want in life with what your ex wants. And sometimes when you do this work, you realize my ex changed, and actually what he or she wants to do is not necessarily what I want to do. I had a call the other day where my client was telling me he doesn't want to have kids. Because he has kids already, and he is traumatized about getting into a new marriage and so on and so forth. And I told her, to my client, do you want to have kids? She said, yes, I want to have kids. I say, so do you see the problem? It's not like you can't negotiate and have half a kid. It's either he's clear about wanting to have kids in the future and could discuss the possibility with you, or if it's a no-go, never ever, and he's about to do a vasectomy, you're just wasting your time. So just really be realistic about how you can align your life, yourself, with your ex. The third one is about transformation. It's the most fascinating, the most interesting aspect of relationship recovery from my point of view. It's how you come from a caterpillar to a butterfly. That's how they feel. That's how your ex feels. I'm a butterfly, and my ex is a caterpillar. I don't want to hang out with that. Okay? You have to do it for you. Of course, they ended the relationship. They took that decision for you. You're trying to seek answer. You're trying to make it work. You're trying to get back with them. But potentially, it's kind of a blessing that they are forcing you to realize few things, forcing you to work on yourself, forcing you to discover new things. Perhaps you've been in the passenger seat of your own life, of your own relationship for years. I hear very often, usually guys telling me I took my ex for granted. I was so complacent and I didn't realize I was not putting in the work. Hopefully it's not too late to act. In any case, do it for you. Because whenever we move forward, whenever we into action, progress will create a sense of pride. And right now you might be feeling depressed. Right now you might be feeling a lack of motivation. Might be feeling I have no self-worth. Take action. Try to move forward. Find the ways to make your life better. Find ways to learn, to discover new things. Because your perceived value will increase. And your ex will see it. right? And I'm going to share with you a recap of what we discussed. Showing your ex you love them will not bring your ex back. They know it already. It's not about that. It's about alignment, as we discussed. It's about, and I forgot the third one. It's about novelty and it's about transformation. Your ex wants to be happy, okay? That's a fact. And they want to be happy in this new chapter, in this new life. The problem is they don't see you, they don't picture you in this new chapter. So it's a little bit like applying for a job. You just lost a job and now they feel like the role of a spouse, there's a few job specs that have changed since you applied. And so your job as an applicant is to really see what are the voids, what are the gaps in my CV, in my resume that I need to fill. What are the resources? What are who should help me fill those gaps? And once you do, there's always chance to jump the train. They want to be happy. They were happy with you. It's just a question of realignment of what you are and what you want to achieve versus what they want. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ping me. If you want to have a chat with me, this month I'm doing fundraising for November. This is why I have this very fancy mustache. You can book calls with me and all the proceeds will go to this charity. The link is also in the description. Hope to speak with you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
For a long time, get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer.